Hi everybody, Happy New Year once again, and welcome back to Speaking of Cocktails. We are continuing the saga of my Christmas gifts, aka all the booze people get me for the holidays because they know that's a safe bet. I was gifted a lovely bottle of Mezcal. I thought it'd be fun coming back into the new year to do some more classic cocktails, but my guest today, Rachel, is the least picky person that I know when it comes to cocktails. Her one biggest thing was no gin. So I thought with the Mezcal, no gin, how about a Mezcal Negroni? So one of the things I love about a Negroni is there are really no rules. There's only one, and that is equal parts. We're gonna start out with 1 ounce of Mezcal, 1 ounce of Campari, 1 ounce of vermouth. I'm gonna be using the Cocchi di Torino. And no rules means you can either stir or shake this. I like them both ways, but today I'm gonna do something a little bit in between and throw it. And no rules also means you can serve this up or on the rocks. Today we're gonna serve it up. And garnish with an orange peel. And that's my Mezcal Negroni. Okay, so we are here with the Mezcal Negronis with Rachel. Rachel, thank you so much for coming by.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
It's fun doing something a little different with a classic cocktail here. I like Mezcal better than gin on most occasions, and I'm glad that you said the same.
Yeah, gin, I had a bad experience with it once, but Mezcal is like one of my favorite things in the entire world, so I'm really excited.
There you go. So is gin more of a preference thing? You had a bad time with it? One of those, I had a bad day with it, I had too much of it, I can't smell it anymore, or is it like an allergy?
Maybe both. I don't know. I think I found out the hard way that I was like allergic to gin at one wedding I went to. Shout out to my friend Cheryl.
That happens. So, well, this is good though, because we can do something a little bit different, and I hope you enjoy it. You want to go for it?
Let's go for it.
Hey, cheers. See, now I prefer that to a regular Negroni personally.
That's really good.
I like both, but
the smokiness came after the first sip. I didn't taste it yet, and then it there's a I don't know, behind the throat kind of thing that came through.
It starts out very light with the Campari, which is always nice.
Yeah.
Bitter still definitely bitter.
It definitely has that bitterness to it, but the smokiness of the Mezcal is what I really love about it. And I like how unique this is. I'm sure you can find a Mezcal Negroni somewhere out there, but not as good as this one, David.
Oh, shucks. See, I promise I'm not that good, people. Follow my recipes, try things out, but I'm not that good.
And the bitterness is not too overpowering. You almost kind of expect it, right, with a Negroni. But I like a little bit of the twist to it as well.
And I thought it would be fun to do this one up. Having it be the same the whole way through is always kind of fun rather than letting it dilute.
Yeah.
Because to me, as that happens, you still get more of the bitterness as you go, but you lose a little bit of the Mezcal.
Right. So I'm typically a martini person. I'm typically, if I'm out grabbing a drink, it's a dirty martini. And so this is a really good change up for me. I might have to order this in the future.
I was so glad I got this bottle for Christmas because not a lot of places here sell Mezcal. In fact, one of the local liquor stores says, oh, we don't really stock it because nobody buys it, which I think is wrong.
There is one restaurant in downtown, one of my favorite places, that has different Mezcals usually on hand. So that's usually my go-to place to get Mezcals.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's the best place to get an Oaxacan Old Fashioned as well in town.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
Would you agree?
We're thinking about the same place. Absolutely. Yeah. We're lucky enough, I think, in my opinion, even though we are in the middle of the country, in the Midwest, people don't really think ooh, I can get a nice martini or a Mezcal or a Oaxacan Old Fashioned, but we're pretty lucky to have some really good restaurants around here, I think.
It's getting better. It's getting better, certainly, which I enjoy. And I'm also just not much of a dive bar kind of guy. I get the appeal, right?
Yeah.
I totally do, but I'm more of the place that's just hey, I don't want something from a plastic bottle and Coke. That's fine. I mean, if you're into that, that's cool. Do you, people? But it's just not my jam. So I'm glad to see places that there are more cocktail bars these days.
Yeah. So I'm from Southern California, so it does remind me a lot of home. They have the best margaritas in the entire like state, in my opinion.
They're really, really good.
Yeah, and they have some really good options for tequila and for like mezcal.
Well, I'm glad you liked this at least. I was very worried because I know you said you like fruity stuff, you like light stuff, you like boozy
I'm
stuff.
all over the place.
Well, I mean, it's good to like everything, right? There aren't a lot of people that are open to a lot of different things, and you're not open to gin just because it makes you feel like trash.
Yeah, I want to enjoy my drinks. And the night after or the day after.
It's good to mix it up, right?
Yeah, totally. This is a good example of that.
This is a good example of mixing it up. Hey. All right, Rachel, so, being that we switched out for mezcal, as we've been saying, it's usually gin, right? So if you're allergic to gin or had a bad experience, have you ever even had a gin Negroni?
I've had a sip of a gin Negroni. One of my friends is actually a big Negroni fan, so he orders them all the time.
So how would this compare, like from what you remember about
Sure.
this one, what would you say you prefer or not prefer?
It's very similar, right? They have the similar like notes and things like that. I think for me, I think the gin does give like the herbaceousness to the drink that I think is really unique to like a general like standard Negroni. But I think with this, like having the smokiness behind it, and I think gives it a different vibe, I suppose is a good way to put it. If I'm drinking a regular Negroni, I'm like, I'm here to like have a good time and like hang out with my friends, and then you put the mezcal and it's like, okay, I'm here to like drink my drink.
Gin and mezcal have the same they have like a sharpness to them, each of them. They're good to swap out. They're kind of interchangeable. At least in this one. I don't know about a bunch of other cocktails, but definitely in this kind of cocktail, it still works because it's that sharper base spirit flavor while still being, rounded out by the rest of them.
Yeah,
the rest of the ingredients.
absolutely.
You said you're a mezcal drinker, you're a mezcal girl. So, is there like a go-to cocktail you usually have with mezcal, or do you just kind of go like straight up rocks? What do you do?
Yeah, actually probably all of the above. Like I will do some sippers. I think one of the restaurants we talked about that we really like out here does like some like tastings of mezcal, so I like to do it that way. I definitely love it in a like more traditional like margarita style. Some different flavors and that sort of thing. I like kind of untraditional things as we are experiencing here.
Worked out good.
Yeah, absolutely. So margarita and just kind of straight like as a taster, and I love just kind of sitting and just hanging out with a friend and talking about the different mezcals and all that good stuff. But this is probably the most unique way I've had mezcal, which is really fun.
Well, I love that. And the cool thing about mezcals too is that they do vary quite a bit, right? They do have a similar, just like every gin or vodka or, whatever, whiskey, they all kind of have a similar profile. But mezcals really vary, and the cool thing is you can throw your favorite in this.
Yeah.
And it'll work, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Okay, so you said you like mezcals in margaritas. So do you do it like full mezcal? Do you have tequila, half mezcal, or do you just go full mezcal?
I go full mezcal.
Ooh, that's daring.
Drinks, yes. Like I said, like I like the smoky flavor. I am kind of a fan of like bitter flavors, and I will drink a sweet drink for the most part, but I think I tend to lean a little bit more on like almost savory and almost like on the less sweet side of things. And again, like with the smokiness, like that just sets it off for me. And so drinking like a complete like mezcal, 100% mezcal, like margarita, obviously with all the mixers in it, is usually like my go-to.
I personally, like when I do margaritas, I like to do them split base, half tequila, half mezcal, or 1.5 tequila, half mezcal. That works out really well. I can see why you'd like them full, but we've done a couple of mezcal cocktails on the channel so far. Check out the Oaxacan Old Fashioned video and also Peach's Mistake on the Malort video. It's clear on this channel we do like mezcal, so.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you for doing another mezcal drink for me.
So the cool thing about the Negronis, as I said during the build, is that, this is kind of a choose your own adventure kind of cocktail, right? I'd say keep it equal ratios, that's good, but if you want to switch out the gin for mezcal, we did that. If you want to try a different vermouth, we did that. It's just the only thing, Campari is kind of the staple here, but this is definitely a plug and play kind of thing. You could do it on the rocks, you can do it up, and do you think we made the right choice here?
I think we did. I think I dig the up style and the way that you did the throwing pour style as well. I don't think I've ever seen that before, like in person. So
stirred would be my normal sort of go-to, but like you lose a little bit of the body there, so I thought this would just be more fun. And definitely, I don't know, the texture's a little weird when you shake a Negroni, to me.
Yeah, I find that interesting. When it comes to like cocktails and stuff, I didn't actually like think about the way that it's mixed together and how it would like change the texture or like maybe the style of the drink. So I thought that was cool that you did that.
Oh, well, I aim to please. I'm here for everyone's enjoyment and entertainment.
I'm very entertained. Thank you.
All right, yeah, heck yeah. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Happy New Year. Like,
I mean, blooper reel is just so overused. I
yeah,
feel,
exactly. No way. Secret bonus stuff that happens in the thing.
All right, so here we go. We're gabbing, but that's okay. It's part of this. That's how it
Gab.
goes. It's the gab. It's banter.
Gabba gabba, come and let's be together in the bright sunny weather. You don't know what Gullah Gullah Island?
No, what is that?
Let's all go to How old are you?
37?
You don't know what Gullah Gullah Island is?
I didn't have cable growing up.
Oh.
My parents are both school teachers. Give me a break.
Oh. You didn't need Nickelodeon. No
We
Nick
couldn't all
Jr.
grow up in California, Rachel.
I did have some guy ask me out on a date after I interviewed him.
Ew.
So that was weird.
You said no, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course I said no.
Hey, anybody who watches something like, oh, you sexist pig, and they think, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we are. They have these like AI women now that like have OnlyFans. Have you seen that? Like
They have OnlyFans? That's not fair.
Yeah, and it's not even real women.
Dude, it's like some like dude in Japan just like making money off of OnlyFans.
I mean, that's a good way to make money. You don't even have to do
I could
anything.
do it.
I don't know if I'm dang, I am making money the wrong way.
We all.
We all, right? Okay, here we go. We're gonna be professional.
Okay. I don't know how I don't even know how where I'm at in life at all.
Well, I hate all the snobby people out there. They're like, you have to do it this way. I mean, I know I said it has to be equal parts for a Negroni, but yeah, I'll fight you on that.
I burped a little bit. I don't know if that came through.
Party's gross.
I'm almost done with my drink.
That's why I said we sip, we don't chug, right?
Throwing it back.
Here's-
Party.
And then you got somebody who could probably be like the head distiller at some factory or whatever, and just be like,
That's good.
oh.
You're like,
aromatics."
oh, they probably would have a lot more intelligent things to say than I did about the drink, drinking.
Nah, see, it takes all kinds, and you know what? There's no wrong way to drink.
There is no wrong way to drink.
Except for drinking and driving, kids.
And, yes, or excessively. Don't do any of those
Don't
things.
do that. Hey, drink responsibly. We're going to put a little disclaimer at the bottom here.
Yes, don't do anything crazy, people.